All right, everybody, off-season time, a couple weeks away from the combine, a couple weeks away from the start of free agency. Just when you think things are going to slow down, well, it feels like they start to ramp up. Joe B from The Athletic, Seven Sports contributor. Joe, as we're getting ready for the offseason here, what are your biggest takeaways for the Bills? Like, what is your biggest focus on what they need to improve on moving forward?
Well, I think they need to work a lot on their depth and also add some starters along the way because they have a lot of free agents this upcoming offseason, 24 of them, and only three of which are restricted. The other 21 are unrestricted, which means they've got some work to do in the next month or so of the offseason. But it all depends on how they want to approach this offseason because a couple of years ago, they had like this sense of, okay, we're kind of going to run it back and bring back all these players, going to re-sign a bunch of guys and see if this group can be the one to get to the Super Bowl. As we found out, they lost to the Chiefs in the divisional round that year. So they flipped the script last offseason and said, okay, that group wasn't good enough. We have good pieces, but we need to freshen things up in other spots and get better in other positions. And they decided to kind of go a different route. And yet again, it ended in a divisional round loss to the Cincinnati Bengals. So now it really depends on how they want to do it, and not even just how they want to do it, what they can financially do, because their salary cap situation is a legitimate factor for how they're going to operate this offseason and how much cap room can they actually get that would be conducive to future years and not kicking the can down the road too much.
The salary cap, of course, kind of controls everything that they do. How up against it are they? I know that they're actually over the salary cap right now, but are there logical moves you think that they can make to get back under it and then also give themselves a little bit of wiggle room and some spending money?
Yeah, they can get themselves to some spending money. As of right now, it depending on where you look, over the cap has them at 17 million over. I think it's going to be somewhere between 17 million to 20 million over in cap space before they make any moves this upcoming offseason. But they do have a couple of tabs they can pull here. I mean, the one that needs to happen is they have to restructure Josh Allen's contract in the way of converting a lot of his base salary into a prorated signing bonus. So basically what that does is it opens up about $21 million on this year's salary cap, which gets them under the salary cap. So they can start to maneuver even then. But they do have a couple other contracts they can restructure. They can extend some players, like maybe a Daquan Jones, maybe someone of that ilk. But for the most part, I think they do have to be careful in not trying to go to LA Rams or New Orleans Saints here, because that's how those teams get into trouble. And eventually the cap comes due. It's not like it's this thing you can continue to dodge year after year after year. Eventually you're going to have to get rid of some pretty good guys on your roster, and you're not going to be able to re-sign everybody that you want. So the Bills and Brandon Beane are cognizant of that, and he knows that he doesn't want to push too much credit down the line, because the credit card always comes due at some point, is what he's used in the past. And that is an apt comparison to what they have to do. So it starts with Josh Allen, maybe Von Miller restructure, maybe a Stephon Diggs restructure, but I wouldn't go too crazy after that.
We've talked about this in the past. I am all in on the idea of team offense, but let's focus on defense right now. Tremaine Edmonds and Jordan Poyer, the two biggest free agents on this team. Who do you think is more likely to come back next season?
I think it's probably Edmonds, just because from what Jordan Poyer told my colleague at The Athletic, Tim Graham, at the Pro Bowl, that he was going to free agency. And if he's going to get an offer that the Bills just don't think he's worth, then he's going to go. It's really that simple. It's how it happened with Harrison Phillips last offseason. It's how it happened with other free agents before, like Shaq Lawson before he came back to Buffalo. But I think the main factor here is that Tremaine Edmonds has still an upward trajectory in his career. He's turning 25 on May 2nd. He had the best year of his career this past year. He's constantly around the ball. You could see the complete difference from when he was on the field as compared to when he was off the field for the Bills defense. And I know some people will kind of get that sticker shock feeling from seeing, some of the contracts that the linebackers will sign in the NFL now. But I think if you look at it this way, the Bills have allocated a lot of their cap resources on defense to their two safeties, and they've gotten by with rookie contracts with Matt Milano and Tremaine Edmonds for quite some time. Now they can kind of flip the script here, where you have Milano assigned to a long-term extension already. That's through 2024. You sign Tremaine Edmonds. Maybe you transition the safety position into where you put some rookie contracts under your belt there, and start to build your defense that way, because Hyde and Poyer can't play forever. Hyde's a free agent after 2023. Poyer's obviously a free agent now. And so it would be a good way to kind of spin it forward for a new age sort of thing for the Bills defense.
Finish this sentence. The Bills' biggest need is blank.
The Bills' biggest need is probably a playmaking wide receiver, at least to me. I think, offensive line is a big to-do right now. And, there's certainly a debate to be had about which of the two is more important. But I think in terms of getting their fastball back and being able to just be this prolific offense, they do need to do both of these things. But if it were me, I would be spending one of my top resources on the wide receiver position as opposed to the offensive line, just because I think you can sort of get by with the offensive line if you do it intelligently. Like, let's say they go out and they sign a veteran with experience to battle with Spencer Brown for the starting right tackle job. That's a potential solution there. I think they already have 3 starters coming back, guaranteed, which are Deion Dawkins at left tackle, Mitch Morse at center, and I think Ryan Bates is going to be at one of the guard spots. But and you can also find a center / guard that helps build your depth later on in the draft. You don't have to use a premium resource on that. So that's why, to me, I'm looking at wide receiver as the one here. If you're going to address something on offense, just a playmaker in general, I think is what really the Bills should be after, because it just seemed like they never had an answer. Even though Allen was doing a lot with a little in terms of pass protection at times, he still could have gotten some better results from his receivers, some more consistency. And if he gets another receiver or maybe another running back that has some pass catching chops, I mean, that could really take this offense to the next level, I think.
I feel like the two of us spent a lot of time last offseason talking about Breece Hall, and everybody thought we were crazy. And then, hey, man, he would have certainly made an impact this past season. That's for sure. If they are going to add a wide receiver, what do you think is their best route in getting there? Is it the draft? Is it a trade? Is it free agency? Because quite frankly, the free agent list ain't great, and the draft feels like it's a little bit of a down year.
Yeah, I do think that the wide receiver position in general is on the up in terms of how quickly they transition from college to pros. So I don't think it's what it used to be, where you have to wait a couple of years before that receiver can make an impact. And I do think there are some good players this year. I know it's a down year and there's not that like high end top talent, but guess what? The Bills would never even sniff that high end top talent because they're drafting 27th. So they might be in a spot where they could get the first or second receiver off the board, and there's good players. It just really depends on what they're looking for. Are they looking for a speedy separator that can play both the boundary and in the slot? Are they looking for a slot only guy? Are they looking for someone that can take the Isaiah McKenzie role and take it to another level? Because there are some prospects like that out there this year. So it really all depends on what they want out of this draft class, because there's something for everybody. But there are some talents out there. I don't want to sleep on this class too much. I did some film watching this past week, and I did come away liking more than what maybe the consensus is out there. So we'll see what happens, but I think it would be prudent of the Bills to consider a wide receiver at 27, no doubt.
My last one for you. I feel like right now there's people who are down on the Bills. I don't know if it's like a recency bias thing or if it's just they see holes on this team and they go, okay, well, maybe they've kind of gone past their window to win it all. As we approach this offseason, what do the Bills need to do to once again be in the conversation with the best teams, or are they there no matter what because of Josh Allen?
Yeah, they're in the conversation. I think the reason people are overwhelmingly down on them going into this offseason is the sour note that the Cincinnati game played, but also combined with the fact that they're going to have quite a bit of turnover this season. And I think, a lot of fans might have seen the roster that they've had the last couple of years and seen how talented they were. But that's unsustainable when you have a franchise quarterback about to have his cap hits go up in the 40s and 50s in a single season. So now it's a different sort of ball game here, and the Bills have to try and live in this new world with Allen making as much money as he is and the cap hit being as high as it is. But they're also going to need him to raise the level of everyone around him, because he's not going to have just these great receivers. He's not going to have these great tight ends. He's not going to have a perfect offensive line. The defense isn't going to be sterling from 1 through 11. Like, they're going to have to make up for some stuff. And that's what other teams have done with franchise quarterbacks. But it really all depends on how quickly they adapt to this new world. And I could see a world where they kind of come down to earth a little bit next year. I mean, we have to see what they do in the offseason. But I still think that they have enough talent as of right now, heading into 2023, where you should look at them and go, okay, I could see them easily winning the division again. I could easily see them competing for a berth in the AFC Championship game again. It really all depends on if Josh Allen can help raise that level of the teammates around him. And if he can, then they've got a shot. If he can't, then there's a bigger conversation to be had.
You got number 17. You got a chance. That's Joe Buscaglia. You can read all of his work at The Athletic, and you can listen to every podcast at the Buffalo Beat. Thank you, Joe. Appreciate the time.
Thanks, Bove.